So we have our fabric here, which is a 4-way stretch blend of different fibers. I know there's some polyester, there's some spandex, and I think there's also some cotton. And I already have drafted here my bodice pattern and my sleeve pattern. If you want a detailed tutorial on that, I will link that in the description box. But this is just a basic bodice armhole neckline, and I did the back neckline as well as the front, and then the back armhole as well as the front. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and also cut my sleeve pattern. And the reason why I did this on my paper first, on my pattern paper first, before transferring to the fabric, is just because of how difficult it is usually to mark on stretchy fabric. So I feel like it would make a lot more sense to cut this out, pin it on the fabric, and then cut out the pieces. Now I'm going to be cutting 4 pieces of my sleeves instead of 2 pieces because I want this shirt to be double lined. I feel like I want it to be double lined because of like finishing, and also I think the fabric it's not see-through or too light, but like I just want to thicken it a little more. So I'm going to be using one set for the actual main fabric, and then the other set will be acting as a lining. So for the sleeves, I'm going to cut 4 pieces for my 2 sleeves, and then for our bodice, for the front piece, I'm going to cut 2 pieces, and then for the back piece, I'm also going to cut 2 pieces. So that's what I'm going to go ahead to do right now. So I just wanted to also say one more thing. For my pattern in this case, I didn't add any sewing allowance because this fabric is really stretchy and I want the shirts to be fitted on me. If you're using a different fabric or you're going for a different fit, then you definitely always want to consider that when you're making your pattern. Also, as you can see, when I cut out my bodice, I followed the lines for the back. So I'm using the back neckline and the back armhole so that I can use it as it is right now to cut my 2 back pieces, and then I would cut the front neckline and the front armhole, and then I would proceed to cut my front pieces, just so you know the sequence of events that are about to take place. So let's go. Okay, so I'm done cutting the body and now I'm about to cut the sleeves. And I had mentioned earlier that we're cutting 4 sleeves. Now I'm thinking of finding a way to connect like the 2 pairs together, and this is what I mean. Instead of cutting 2 distinct pieces for each sleeve, I'm wondering if I can place this pattern as it is here, because this is the hem of the sleeve, right? So if I can place the pattern here, cut it out all the way here like this, and then stop here, and then flip my pattern this way, and then cut it out like that, so that the lining piece and the shell piece are joined already at the hem, and then I just have to fold it over to create that finished hem. And then like the only places that I'm going to be using actual seams would be on the underarm, and then to connect the sleeve to the body of the top. I'm just really thinking about different ways to not have as many seams as I would, right? To reduce the number of seams that I would have in this top. I don't know, because I don't have the cover stitch machine that is typically used to finish t-shirts. I'm using my regular serger, so I'm just trying to figure out ways that I can make this look better and even more professionally done. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that for the sleeves, and hopefully that goes well. If it doesn't, I think I have some leftover fabric. I think I'm going to have some leftover fabric actually. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do the whole flip thing twice because we need 2 sleeves, right? So now instead of cutting 4 distinct pieces, they are going to be 2 pieces instead, if that makes sense. But yeah. All the pieces have been cut, and this is what they look like. So we have the back bodice, and like I said, we're cutting 2 pieces of each, so we have 2 pieces here. We also have 2 pieces of the front bodice, and you can see that I extended it by exactly 1 1/4 inches in terms of length, and that's because when I was creating my paper pattern, my paper just wasn't long enough as I wanted the shirts to be, so I just added in the extra length here. So this is what those look like. And then for my sleeve, I have both of them here, and this is what they look like. So this is the weird shape that they sort of make when it's opened up, but this is going to be the hem, and so when it's folded up like this, that is the actual shape of the sleeve. So this is kind of how it's going to fit into the armhole, right? So now we're going to go ahead and actually start sewing, so I'm super excited for this part. Now, with regards to sewing, the part of the fabric that you can see here is the wrong side of my fabric. So I'm going to go ahead, because I have my lining and my main fabric pieces of both the front and the back. So I'm going to go ahead with my serger or overlocking machine, and I'm going to sew all along the neckline of both the front and the back. I'm also going to sew the hem. So all I'm doing is joining the lining and the main pieces together on each of these 2 sets right here, with the hem and the neckline done. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to be joining the sides, and we're still going to do it while it's inside out as it is right now. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take, as they're lying next to each other, I'm going to take 1 layer here and 1 layer here, and I'm going to put them together, sew them all the way to this hemline, and then sew on the second layer all the way around, so that way all of the rough stitches stay inside and in between the rough layers or the lining pieces of this. So I'm going to pin it down and show you so you can see what I mean, because I don't think I did a good description right now. So here's what I was trying to explain, right? So I have one piece or one layer right here, and I have it pinned. And so I'm going to start sewing from underneath the arm or the armhole, and then I'm going to go down all the way to the hemline, and then I'm going to flip it onto the other side and then join the second layer as well. And then I'm going to also end that at this armhole up here. So that way, this part of the fabric, which is the wrong side of my fabric, is where all of my rough stitches are going to be for my hem, for my neckline, for my side seam, and then we're going to have a neatly finished front piece or main piece. So I'm going to do that for both sides, and then we'll proceed to the shoulders. And now with the side seams done, this is what it looks like. So we have our sides, we have the hem, neckline, it's all coming together. So next up, we're going to be joining the shoulder, and it's basically going to be kind of the same process that we had with the side seams, where we just line it up, and then, okay, let me show you. So I'm just going to open it up like this, and then I'm going to take the other one over here, and I'm going to open it up as well, so that I line them up, make sure that the neckline is lined up as well, and then I'm just going to sew from one end all the way to the other, and that way, as we've been doing, all of the raw stitches are on the lining side or on the inside of our piece. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin my shoulders and show you what that looks like before taking it to my serger to sew. Shoulders have been pinned, so here's what I mean, right? So we have it laying like this, and I pinned one layer, and then I pinned the other layer as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew straight across on both shoulders. With the shoulder seams done, the next thing that we're moving on to is the sleeves, and this is basically the last step. So this was such an easy project. I'm really excited about that. So this is one of the sleeves. I've spread open this one right here so I can explain the next steps in proper detail. So the part of the fabric that you're looking at right now is the wrong side of my fabric. So you're going to spread it out, open the whole thing. Remember, this center right here is going to end up being the hem of our sleeves. So I spread open the whole thing. You're looking at the wrong side of the fabric. First thing I'm going to do is to fold it this way, so that now you can see the right side of the fabric and it's folded in half. So now keep that in mind. This area is where the hem of our sleeves fall, where the hem of the sleeve falls. So I'm going to take it, this is a side seam, this is another side seam. So I'm going to take this side seam and I'm going to fold it over in half like this, so that you are now looking at the right side of the fabric over here. So once it's properly folded in half, I'm going to go ahead to my serger and I'm going to sew on the side seam. So I have both of the side seams sewn on my sleeves, and the next thing I'm going to do is fold over half of it. So basically, I'm going to fold it in half, kind of like this, but then folding it so that the rough seam is in between, is sandwiched in between two layers. I'm going to do that on this piece so you can see exactly what I mean. And here's what that looks like, right? So you can see that the raw stitches are in between our folded layers, right? So I basically just folded it over, or kind of turned half of it right side out. Like, does this make sense? Do you get what I mean? I know you get what I mean. But yeah, so basically now we have the sleeve, and you can see this is the hem of the sleeve, this is the part that's going to connect to the armhole, and we have effectively like created a clean finish for the hem and even for the underarm, both inside and outside of the sleeve. So you're not going to be seeing any rough stitches from like when you're putting on the t-shirt, like from the outside basically. So now that we have both of our sleeves folded over and ready to be attached, I'm just going to go ahead and pin them to the armholes and then sew them onto the shirt. I don't even know where to begin right now. The whole process that I started was completely wrong. Like, I got the sewing steps in the wrong order, and I found out the hard way, because after the step in the previous clip, when I tried to turn my shirt right side out before going ahead to attach the sleeves, I realized that just wasn't possible because of how I had sewn the whole thing together. So from the first step where I sew the hem and then I also do the neckline, I shouldn't have done the neckline at all. I also shouldn't have gone ahead with the shoulders. So as you can see, I've undone the shoulder seams and I've also undone the neckline seams, but then I did leave the sides and the hem because these are completely fine. So I left these and I turned it right side out. So you can see that whether we're looking at the lining side or the right side of the shirt, all of the rough stitches are sandwiched in between both, so you have a clean finish on both sides of the shirt, which is exactly what I was going for. So now that I have it turned right side out, the next thing that I'm going to do is to actually redo my neckline. So this is going to be just a tiny bit tricky, but I just need, like, it would probably be better to show you this with my two hands, so hold on. Okay, so as it is right now, I would take this, right? So I would take one side, whether it's the front or back, you can start anywhere you want, and I would just turn it so that, wow, this is tricky to explain. Okay, because what you are looking at is the right side of the fabric, right? And what is in between is the wrong side of the fabric. So I would take both pieces, lining and main fabric, and I would face them so that the right side of the fabric are facing each other. Right, so it's kind of like twisting the whole thing around a little bit. So this is kind of what it looks like, and then I would sew that neckline right back together, and in that way, once that is sewn, I would just turn it back and then we would have a clean finish on this side. So I'm going to sew the neckline for both the front and the back. And as you can see, my neckline is done, both the front and back. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to join the front and back pieces by the shoulders. And what I'm simply doing is to open it up. So you open it up this way where you can see the rough stitches, and then do the same thing to the one at the back, just like this, and then line them up together. I'm going to make sure that the neckline is aligned on both the front and the back, but because you want to make sure that the whole thing connects nicely, right? So I'm going to pin them down like this, sew from one end to the other, and then turn it right side out, and we should have a clean finish on our shoulder as well. So I'm going to do that to both shoulders, and then we can finally proceed to attaching our sleeves. We already prepped the sleeves, so we just need to attach them, and we'll basically be done with the top. So let me sew my shoulders closed. And we are on to the final step of this whole project. So I've done the shoulders, and the final thing that's left to do is to attach my sleeves to the armhole, and we're going to basically be done. Now at this point, the front and the back look exactly the same, and all of the rough stitches are sandwiched in between the lining and the main fabric pieces. So I'm just going to pick one side to be my wrong side and my right side, and then I would pin my sleeves to my armhole, and then I'm just going to sew it, because this time around there's no hiding these stitches. So wherever the rough stitches end up showing up would be the wrong side of my shirt, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead now and just attach my sleeves, and I will show you what the shirt looks like once I'm done with that. Here's the finished top. This is what we're working with. So here's what it looks like. I really love it so much. This is just really, I've already, as I'm filming this, I've already worn this top out about twice, and I'm about to do it again a third time, just because of how comfortable and just, it's just a basic piece, but I just really love it. And the fact that it's double lined, I think that also makes it less, like, the fabric is great and it's not see-through, but that just makes it feel even more durable, if that's the right word. I think that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, so the double lining really helped me with the finishing of the neckline and of the hem, and I was a bit on the fence about what I was doing for the sleeves with the folding over, but I think it worked out really well, and I like how the sleeves turned out, just basic short sleeves. And yeah, so this is my finished top. You know, you really like a sewing project that you worked on when you go ahead and make it in a second color. So after completing this one, which I really loved, I actually went back to the fabric store and picked up the same fabric in a different color. So I just recreated the exact same thing, and now I have the same top in 2 colors, and I love it. I'm obsessed. What can I say? Let me know what you think in the comment section if you have any questions or any clarifications. And in terms of the fabric, this is a spandex and polyester blend, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it just feels, it's a 4-way stretch fabric, and the stretch is more one way than the other. So there's a little bit of stretch this way, as you can see, but there's a lot more stretch this way, which is why I use that as the horizontal green line. So yeah, see you in my next video.